Hey everyone and welcome. I am SailorDrew. Let's hang out and play some Stardew. But today is going to be a little bit different in that I'm going to take you through how I'm going to set up my beach farm. So you'll see everything kind of like in real time, but basically sped up. I will also walk you through the process, but I'm really excited to get this place finally put together. So let's take a look. All right. So my first point of order, and you'll see me kind of doing it over the next few days as I can, is to kind of pick everything up on my farm so that way I can have clear space to put everything. That means chopping down all of the trees, including the hardwood trees, cleaning up any crates that I get, things like that. Sitting here kind of like going through the motions of just gathering everything up so that way I can have it all together and out of the way, so that way I can place them as I figure things out, but also so that way, again, like if I need to move a building there or something, like I won't have to like run to Robin's, then run back. Although I do end up actually changing my mind a few times because this is all a work in progress, basically. Because with the beach farm, you can't have sprinklers in the sand because it doesn't work. So all my tried and true methods previously don't really work. So I really had to kind of walk about a lot and kind of test run, basically like how can I do like a really big circle and get everything done as fast as possible. Oh, and here I got a rabbit's foot. If you've been watching my Let's Play series, that's super exciting news because I was super scared that I wasn't going to get one. But I did get one, like thank God, because I'm trying to do the community center in year one, which I've never done before. And I'm doing the community center remixed. But anyways, here I am again, pulling up all the torches, all of my kilns, like everything. So everything is going to go into this little toolbox, just kind of out of the way really quick. My workstation is going to stay there for now because it's enough out of the way to where I can sit there and craft things as I need it. And again, if you're watching my Let's Play series, like I hope this makes Team Sebi happy because I know that y'all want me to woo him, but I did not forget his birthday. So I did give him a birthday gift, but you can move the dropship boxes. So just experimenting with kind of moving things around. Like here I am trying to figure out where I'm going to place the barn and the coop because honestly, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put them. Same thing with the fish farms, but I do figure it out in the end. But I kind of figure out that like maybe like having the barn and the coop over by the little pond would actually be like, I don't know, kind of animal friendly. So that way they have water for the animals. We are going to cage them in so that way I can pet all of them and all of the truffles end up in the same area. But I figured over here it would be really cute. I just kind of take a little while to figure out, okay, like how will this go? Because I need to be able to access it from either side. Like I don't want to have to walk like all the way around to get in there. But even just moving like the stable, like I'm sitting here kind of thinking like, okay, like what would work best for me? But I think ultimately moving the drop ship box back there is going to work best for us, having one down by the dock and then one up by the house. The greenhouse definitely needed to move as well, so that way I could access it within my donut of productivity. And here I am finding out that you can't place fences or the gates without a fence on either side because it won't work. I'm going to put like a little hidden fence behind the silos because I don't want any truffles or anything popping up behind the silos. So if I sit there and utilize that space and kind of make it like a secret, like in and out for myself, like that would probably be best. Even figuring out where I'm going to be placing my gates, like I end up moving them like a few times because I'm not entirely sure like how I want everything to be laid out. But I also did want to sit here and create a pathway through the entirety of the farm from north to south, east to west, just so that way like if I start growing grass in different areas because of like its aesthetics or just because I need that much grass, like I'm not really sure, So this way I will be able to get through the farm a lot faster and not have to worry about it. But I wish that there was a way that also the pathing would know that you're trying to do a diagonal and like actually make it like actually diagonal. But that might be too much of an ask. I'm not really sure, but we didn't get a whole lot of batteries this past year. So here I am digging these up and placing some much needed lamps because they're much brighter than the torches. So their area of light reaches much faster. So it looks a lot neater. You don't have to have like a million torches everywhere. And here I am just getting the field prepped for keeping those pesky crows away. And I mean, the lamps look so nice. I really do wish that I had more batteries, but I ran out of them so quickly. And I keep running out of like the flooring like really quickly. And I do like sit there and like change my mind on the flooring like a few times as well, like on how thick I want everything to be and where I want it to be placed. So it's just all part of the process because again, like this farm is so different than all the other farms, so this is something completely new. So I wanted to show y'all like just kind of like my trial and error process that I went over these days in winter. But unfortunately, because I did wait a few days before I pulled up the fencing, all of the fencing did break. Like if you do it pretty immediately, you do get your fencing back as like an item that pops up. But if you wait like a few days, like I did, it will actually just break, which is unfortunate. But here I am, I'm like, okay, like if I could just give myself like a little bit more space in here for grass, like what would that look like? So I'm sitting here like wrestling with like perfectionism, but I am moving the fish farms as well because I don't necessarily want them right in front of the house. Like I want something more aesthetically pleasing right in front of the house. But again, like I do want them to be easily accessed. So that way I don't have to walk really far out of my way to see if I have roe or like a fish quest basically to fulfill. So I just, out of sight, out of mind, like I want everything to kind of be easily accessible, like regardless of what I'm doing that day. So that way, at least if I can't get to it that day, maybe like, the next day I could get to it very easily. So, and I noticed in the last Let's Plays that if like the animals and items like that are out of my way and I can't like really kind of work them into my daily routine as easy as like, again, my donut of productivity. That's like the official name for it now. Like that's what I'm going to call it. But I tend to not get to it. So that's why I would just want to make sure that everything that I need to address and actually interact with is all kind of in the same area. But here I'm sitting here crafting like the plain wood flooring because the other wood flooring, like it looks nice, but the edges didn't meet up with the stone. There was like this weird jagged area in between and I didn't like how it looked. But here's my, that was my solution for kind of like, okay, like I would like a nice looking area in front of the house. So I put some of the bee houses and I'll put some flowers and stuff like that in front of the house. But any animal related, tools or like machines like I put inside the barn and stuff like that. I did start to set up my crafting area over here. I did need to kind of readjust some things, but because I wanted like maybe like 2 rows of everything. So and then also like coffee. Like I'm so excited to have coffee finally like growing in the greenhouse. So I'm so happy that I was able to unlock it in August. But yeah, over there I'll probably just put all the fruit trees like in the on the little island that the greenhouse was at. But I also moved the crab pots over to the left there. They're going to be much easier to refill because now they're all in a straight line between like in relations to like the beach and one another. So I mean, so far like everything that I've come up with, like it seems to be working really well. So whether or not we make some changes in the coming seasons, I'm not really sure, but so far, I'm really happy with how it looks. And I hope that kind of seeing my process kind of helps y'all decide what you want to do if you decide to pick up the beach farm. And that's basically everything. So just gonna go ahead and start getting a bunch of coffee going because we're gonna need it. But I hope you enjoyed seeing my process and how I set everything up. I'll kind of give you an official tour next episode later this week. So I hope that you tune in for that. But until next time, take care and I will see you in the next video.